Hello everyone, let's solve Excel. So first step, it is telling you to open degree.xlsx file, which is I have already opened it in my next window. Now first it is telling me to save the file with this particular format, file, save as. Here you have to see extension is XLSX, that is correct. Save it as grade 7 division, your name, and you can see over here the location where I have saved my file, and click on save. Now first thing, arrange the value in column C in descending order. This is column C. Go to sort and filter. You can either directly go to Z to A or click on custom sort. Of course, when it is asking, we need to expand the selection because we don't want only that particular column data to be changed. It's always the entire data. Then only you will have correct records with you. So based on degree type, Z to A, descending order as it is saying, click OK. Now first step is done. Second step is use appropriate feature to display only record where faculty members belong to this particular field and this particular department. So in this case, it is only asking us to display this two records where the data is showing in this two record. In this case, we need to apply a filter. To apply a filter, you need to select first row. Always select not the first row but the row in which field heading is there. Now this or the column heading. You can see faculty code, faculty degree. These are all called as field heading or column heading. You can select and put it in a bold for you to understand it. That is okay. You can make that a similar change until and unless at the end if it is asking you to do a different kind of formatting. So select the first row. For me it's a first row for the heading. Apply filter. Now for which particular field? For faculty member. So here is the faculty member, veterinary. Now select, uncheck all. We need only two fields. First, agriculture and environmental science, and another is veterinary medicine. Select both, click OK. Now we have seen that everything is hidden. Okay, now let's move on to the next step. In cell B57, insert the text as total record. B57, add the text. 58, calculate total records based on the data in column B. Now to calculate the total number of record, we just needed to use a formula called as count A. There is a small difference between count and count A. When I am using count will help me out to check the total number of cell which contains number. So if I am using a count, it will be showing me 0. Let's see. Because it is showing me 0 here, the reason behind this is if you look at the count description, it is showing the data in a cell range that contains numbers. There is no data contains numbers in this, which only contains a text. So in order to check, you can use count A, where it is helping you out to check the total number of records which are not empty. That means I can find fields or I can find a row which is having data entered into it. That will give me out the exact number of record in it. Total is 54. Enter the text total record. Here is a small change. Instead of it should be total duration. I'll just make that particular change quickly. Okay, Let's go. So here total duration in cell H57. Let's move on to column H. Here you can see that's the duration field. Let's like total duration. Now here if you notice the text is not fitting into the column, it is going into the next column. That doesn't mean that if I write it here, I cannot write it here. Okay, if you notice if I write still also it's coming. So simply you have to do in order to make it fit, drag, press the left mouse button, hold and drag and make it big so you can see a text properly. In H58 calculate the total duration. H58, here to calculate a total duration we need to use a sum. Write a formula sum in a bracket and choose the range. Range is done, bracket done. You can see the total is 163. Round up the value from cell H58 and display the result. Now how you do round up? There is a formula called as round. Now round will specify a number of digits that you need to round. Round down based on a lower value and round up will do it based on the upper value. Here basically it helps you out to work when you have a decimal number piece. As we don't have it right now, I am putting 0 as I don't want any of the decimal places should be there to be rounding it up, and enter. Now if you really wanted to check, let's just change the record over here. Now if you notice, if I am adding a record as 5.2 over here, this data is automatically rounding it up as 164. So because the decimal places is 0 mentioned, that is the reason it is rounding up at the upper value. Let's change the data. That is just for you to understand that how rounding up. In this case, rounding up is not going to make any of the changes in the record. Let's move on to the next. Insert a border around the data in cell A57 to I59. Now this is column A57 to 59 from A to E. This means that, okay, when it's saying A57 to A59, simply add a border and done. There is nothing to be said about alignment as of now, so we are not making a changes. Next, highlight and format the column where the record shows -1. Okay, in column work experience, that is column I, select column I, conditional in a home tab, conditional formatting, highlight cell rule where it is showing -1. So highlight cell rule equals to, I want a record as -1. Now what's the format it is asking? Let's see it first. It is telling me text as purple, font style italic, border as dotted and background color as yellow. So many things to do. Let's do it one at a time. Text color as purple, go to custom format. Let's see first text color as purple, border as dotted. This is called as a dotted border, outline dotted border, fill background color as yellow, and I think so style it as a bold or italic. Let's just figure it out. Click OK, click OK, and ta-da! If you see, let me just zoom in for you. The border is dotted over here. Let's see, the font style is italic. So let's, now I missed that part. I have changed it to bold instead of italic. Now what you can do? So you can go to conditional formatting, highlight cell rule. Are you going to apply the rule again? No. You can go to manage rule. You can see the rules is applied over here. You can select the rule, double click on it, click on format and change. Click OK, apply. Rule number 1 is done. Now the other rule it is telling is in column E, where degree as PhD. So here in this particular cell you can click on new rule, format cell based on their value. Is it a 2 color scale, 3 color scale, data bar, icon set? No, it's format cell that contains degree as PhD. So here the cell that contains equal to degree, it is telling me for degree as PhD, degree code, not the degree type, degree as PhD, format, the record that it is asking me to make sure that red color outline border, background color is light blue, and font style as bold. Font style as bold, red color outline border, color is red over here, and background color as light blue. Okay, here you can see this is applied. Now if you notice, this is showing in bold. Let's check. You need to do it regular as there is nothing that has been asked, so please make sure you are changing it. Again, check the border color is red. Okay, and okay, apply. Okay, now this thing, as because this particular cell is selected, that's the reason it is not applied over here. There is no PhD field in it. So when you are applying a new rule, you need to make sure that you are selecting that particular column only. Then it will have exactly the data which it is been asked to you. Here you can see there is no rule. Now if you notice, if I'll change a value in case over here as PhD, ta-da! So this is the way the highlighting cell rule works. Here in case if you wanted to delete any rule, you can manage. This rule we have applied in particular not the correct selection, so I delete a rule, apply, and okay. Let's quickly make the changes in this. Highlight cell rule equal to PhD. Again I chose a wrong field. Okay, custom format, light blue color, borders, a regular outline with red color. The text color is automatically black. Okay, and okay. Here check again. Highlight cell rule, manage rule, double click, format, border color is red. You need to choose an outline. Now you can see the red color border is coming. Now you notice the border color is red. So red outline border, background color, and font style as bold. This was only pending. Manage rule, format, font, bold, apply, and okay. And this way we have conditional formatting is done. Let's move on to the next. Insert a new row at the top and add a title as Tawara College. Move up, row number 1, right click, insert a new row, or select row number 1, click on insert, it will automatically insert. Write Tawara College, font Canberra, type Canberra, size 30, bold, and merge this cell. Always start writing from A you can still merge it from A to I. Merge. I'll reduce the size. You can see it's coming in perfectly. Center, last center align all the data. So select the remaining all the data entirely and center align, save the file, and your work is done.